man, this is my favorite part of the day, man, as we come closer to the end. The well track. So the reason why I started this, and right now we are 30 episodes in, man. The well track is such an amazing track because we all love music. But here's the thing about music, man. It can be influential and it can influence us to do some of the bad things in life. There's a whole lot of money in killing black people on albums. There's a whole lot of money in exploiting black women on albums. There's a whole lot of money in that. But inside of that, we can't be mad at rap music if we not, I always said, we can't be mad at rap music if we not mad at the people who create the circumstances that make that type of music relevant. We can't be mad at rap music if we not mad at the government that wants to cut off Medicaid and Medicare. The same government that made it possible for people to be on Medicaid and Medicare. The same government that created projects. Same government that put people on welfare. The same government that told the women that if you get on welfare, you can't have no man living in your house. You got to be inside at a certain time. You can't make a certain amount of money. Same government that created that condition is the same people that are thriving off rap music. The same people that make sure that black men get locked up because there's a whole lot of money in the prison industrial complex. There's a reason why private prisons boomed, because people like Walmart backed private prisons because they said that if you can keep these prisons filled, you'll keep getting paid. If you think I'm lying, go look it up. Why is it that they put more money into prisons than they put into the education system? Why? Because they make more money off locking you up than educating you. Same people that came up with the term crack baby when it wasn't even a real thing. At the time, one in 55 children were born on crack cocaine. But what happened was they flooded us with the term so much that we bought into it. We bought into it. And it was a white female doctor that actually came up with the term. Didn't even exist. And what she did was she went into a place that was infected with people who were using crack cocaine, and she illegally drug tested them. That is a fact. So there's a lot of money to be made in the destruction of people who are living in impoverished neighborhoods. Again, we cannot be mad at the rap music if we though first we aren't angry with the people who created the condition. Yes, we understand that the music is harmful, but in most cases, dudes, they're just rapping off what they see. So it is important for us to change that. It won't happen overnight. It won't happen tomorrow. But how can you tell somebody not to sell crack? How can you convince somebody that murder is not a thing if we don't show them a different type of reality? I often say that if the hunter always tells the story, the lion was the most vicious person in that dispute. But if you ever let the lion tell the story, he'll always say he was attacked. He was threatened. He was provoked. So if you put people in a situation where crack, crime, drug abuse, murder, and violence is the only option, then what else you want them to do? I'm not saying it's right at all. What I'm saying is the condition was created. Tell me the last time you seen an alcohol store in a rich community. Go drive in one of those communities where you want to live at and go show me if you see a check cashing store. Go show me if you see an alcohol store. I promise you won't see it. Title companies, payday lending, pawn shops. None of those are in those communities. That's what you see in them communities. Tutoring for your kids, piano lessons, gymnastics, YMCA even. Antique boutique. Museums. The goal is to continuously to put us in a situation where we hate and harm ourselves. I often say that people like Public Enemy, Queen Latifah, KRS-One, Common, Mos Def, they ain't run out of music, y'all. But the market for their music got smaller and smaller. Intentionally. You can't tell me a don't believe the hype. You can't tell me a 911 is a joke. You can't tell me people like that ran out of music. But then we got Nas started telling us, look out our project window. And I always loved that song because it was a song of someone painting a picture of us, of a scene, of a visual that he saw just from looking out his bedroom. And now the rap is all about people who are just telling us what they see. The words of my girl, Lashana, it's cap. That's cap. A lot of them probably lying. They ain't do a lot of the stuff they saying they did, but they saw it. They saw it firsthand. And so this is why some rappers get in bad record deals. If you give a person $1 million who ain't never even thought about seeing $1 million, a lot of times they don't care what's associated with that. They don't care. Survival mode is a hell of a mode to be in. And I ain't just talking about survival. I'm talking about on the brink and you don't know where your next meal coming from. I'm talking about you on verge of the lights not being on tomorrow. I'm talking about you stealing lights. I did it. 2 copper things, you wrap it with electric duct tape and you electric black tape, you put it in there. And when the light man come, you take him out. We've been there before. I did it. We did it. Huh? Yeah, we did it. 2 copper things, you wrap the ends with the electric tape, you put it in there, you're gonna have electricity, bro. You're going to have electricity. And then when the light man come, you pull it out so they don't see no meter. I've been there before. So you take somebody who living like that and you say, I got a check for you for $1 million to rap about killing and murder, you're going to say, I see that anyway, and you're going to rap about it. You don't care what's on the back end, especially if nobody in front of you to tell you different. So all I'm going to say is this, to all the artists that are successful, I feel personally that you have a responsibility to help your brothers and sisters from signing them bad deals. So this week's World Track is brought to us by none other than J. Cole, man. And it's a simple thing that he says. They say time is money, but it's really not. Because I run out of money, time is all I got. We're going to stop it right there. One of the things I value most was my time. And it was proven when I caught my last charge. We talk time is money, time is money, time is money. That essentially tells us to work harder to sell our time. That's what that tells us. But here's the dope part. Facing my charge, I was facing another 25 years. And when my lawyer told me the price it was going to cost me, at that point, I ain't care how much money it cost because my freedom was the most important. I'm not the person to tell you not to go get your money. I want you to print money. I want you to go get your money. But what I want you to do is cherish the time. I want you to create experiences. Money is a tool, not a goal. And the goal of the money is to buy more time. Time is freedom. I want you to visualize a day where you can get up in the world and just do whatever you want. But time is never an issue. Think about this, y'all. You ever got up late for work and you start rushing to work? That part you ran out of time. because you was going to chase money. You feel me? You ever was late for something? The goal for me is to buy as much time as I can. The goal for me is to buy as much time for my daughter as I can give her. Because you can have all the money in the world and still not be happy. You can have all the money in the world and still be searching for something to fill a void that keeps you empty. Now, I ain't telling you don't go get your money. I ain't never gonna say that. I'm not even gonna tell you live below your means. I'm gonna tell you live within your means, but buy more time so you can create great experiences. And that's what life is about for me. Life is about me creating experiences for myself and for my family. That's what building wealth is all about for me.
What's good, trappers, man? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Right now, I want to invite you to an amazing experience full of value. That is my community, Trappers Anonymous. It's 100% the greatest fundamental investing community on the market. Listen, your portfolio should be a masterpiece. And the only way we get you there is if we help you to learn how to invest with confidence. Now listen, I get it. Like, you don't know a lot about stocks, or maybe you've heard people say how much money they lost in stocks, but I can guarantee you, one, because they weren't in the community, and two, they lack the information. Our goal in Trappers Anonymous is to help you, really to hold your hand on the journey to becoming a confident investor, learning how to navigate through the different events that the stock market goes through, to bring your temperament down, to take you from panic to encouragement. So listen, man, come join us in Trappers Anonymous. The link is below. Listen, if you want to be helped, if you want to truly make money in the stock market, if you truly want to let your money work harder for you than you've worked for it, there's no better time than now. This is an opportunity only for those who are willing to be on the journey. So listen, man, click the link below. Come join me in Trappers Anonymous, man. I will see you in one of our many classes, whether it's Moat Monday, whether it's the 2-hour class we do on Sunday, or whether it's just a book club. Everything is geared toward making you a better investor so you can triple your net worth and turn your last name to an asset. It's your boy, Wall Street Trapper. See you in the trap.
So I just rolled into the Wilder from the OG because I'm just in the zone right now. How do we create a financial breakthrough? What is a proven strategy to wealth, prosperity, and abundance? First thing I ask you is, how are we navigating the conversations around money that's in our heads? What are some of the things we're telling ourselves about money? Do we feel confident in our ability to invest money? Do we feel confident in our ability to make money? When we put a dollar amount out, do we feel like we are capable of truly going to get it? The essence of anything that will serve us on a high level starts with the conversation we are having about that thing within ourselves. The true breakthrough comes when we give ourselves permission to be wealthy. We give ourselves permission to have an abundant lifestyle. When we give ourselves permission to be free. By giving ourselves permission to be wealthy, we are trusting ourselves with money. We are trusting ourselves with investing. We are trusting ourselves to start a business. We are trusting ourselves to be wealthy. The permission is the most important element to your wealth blueprint. The source of your wealth depends not on one job. The source of your wealth depends not on investing, but it depends and it comes from your ability to create the idea that you can move into action. The action is where it's at. Massive action. Doing it when you're scared. Doing it when you're unsure. Doing it when you're uncertain. The action is where the wealth is at. You won't become wealthy, you won't become rich, you won't go to the next level because you were scared to take action. I tell people it's not that I'm smarter than anybody. I just never been scared to take action. Because what I didn't know wasn't a reason for me not to do it. The consequences of wealth is a lifetime of freedom. How do you become mentally unemployable? How do you break the barriers of poverty? How do you break the barriers of the middle class when you see so many people out here living the life they want, accomplishing their dreams? How do you get to the next level? What is it that's anchoring you to where you are now? I can promise you it's not the knowledge. You're scared to take action. Because some of y'all got it all wrote out. You got a notepad full of notes. You done been to every online summit. You done been to every boot camp. You done took all the courses. You just scared to take action. You a professional note taker. You're a professional conference go-tour. You're just scared to take action. Fear, finally exiting average reality. Fear. You're scared to get out of your average. You're scared to go to that next level. You see it. We came up with a mantra up in here and I told my team, I said, listen, the gift is in the grind. The gift is in the grind. You got to show up when you don't feel like showing up. You got to go that extra mile because doing what needs to be done ain't enough. The purpose is in the preparation. Are we preparing for it? Am I preparing to be wealthy? I'm telling you right now, we building a $100 million media company, whether you believe me or not. I know it. And every day I get up preparing for it. Every day I get up, I lead with that type of intentionality. Because you ain't got to believe me till you see it. And that's all right. Some people are going to say I'm tripping. That's all right. Some people don't even think 100 million is possible. That's all right. I do. So I'm going to live my life every day that God gives me breath in my body. We're going to dedicate to building this thing out. 6,000 square feet is what I got. I ain't know the first thing about putting a camera up. We got a whole production team now. The gift is in the grind. The most amazing thing about a seed is not the seed itself, it's the potential that the seed has in it. The butterfly is cold-blooded, the caterpillar is cold-blooded because one day it could blossom into a butterfly, but only if the caterpillar believes it is worthy enough of being a goddamn butterfly. So guess what? It has to kill the version of the caterpillar that loves eating at a low level. It has to get in the cocoon and kill itself and become vulnerable. Because while in the cocoon, nothing can protect it. While in a cocoon, it don't know what's going on around it. It kills itself. And once it becomes the butterfly, it now sees the world different. And it can never go back to being a caterpillar because it eats different, it breathes different, it tastes different. And I'm gonna leave you with this one thing. Freedom is an acquired taste. It's your boy, the Wallstreet Trappin, man. Thank you for being at episode 30 of Trappin Tuesdays. Listen, man, like, subscribe, and send this out. I want you to understand something, man. Each and every Thursday, we drop the episode and have our audio experience. Make sure you like it. Make sure you share it. And I will see you next week, y'all.